So I'm delighted this morning to be spending time with Rob Wilkinson's business partner, Thor Portess. Thor, huge thanks for joining myself, and a huge
Thanks,
thanks to
Brendan.
Rob for taking some time out on April the 18th, which is my 8th-year anniversary of organising monthly property networking events. And it's great to have support from Crowd with Us over the last year as well. It's made a huge difference. I don't want to go into the differences now because the video is more about the 18th of April. Tour. It's going to be a panel-led event. You've got the likes of some very experienced people at a young age. I went all the way to Plymouth to see Murat last week and raised money through crowdfunding platforms. He's HMO, service accommodation developer, and he's built up a number of teams as well at such a young age and a brand. So Murat's one of the flagship stars, I would say, coming along to the event, but they're all flagships in their own right.
Yeah.
Sure. When you've got younger people, I asked this question to Nicholas, and it's about crowdfunding, and your platform is a crowdfunding platform for property developers. The question I asked Nicholas is, does he think it's actually changed, that it's easier to get access to funding in maybe not bank funding, but alternative funding from yourself? So it's slightly changed who is working with yourself rather than a traditional bank. What is your business model, Tor, in
Yeah,
terms
so
of...
our business model, Brendan, is matching deals with investors. So we originally set our platform up to fundraise our own property deals, but we realized last year that we'd sort of bit more off than we could chew, running an FCA regulated platform, raising investment from investors, and also being a property developer was just too much to do in one go at this early stage. So we've decided to focus on being one or the other, and we're going to be the financiers. So the types of people that we work with are experienced developers who have some sort of track record. They don't necessarily need to have an extensive track record. If they don't have an extensive track record, we'd look for them to bring in some other experience. So, and then on the investor side, our typical age bracket is between 40 to 75 would be
Up to
the bulk of the
75?
investment. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of, we've worked with investors, Brandon, for the last 8 years, and a lot of investors would be, retiring or already retired. There's a lot of money, out in that generation.
Sure. So Rob much better than I do because he's your business partner. What qualities
Yes.
does he bring to both Crowd with Us and to an event like mine?
Yeah, so Rob, like yourself, Brendan, he's an extremely driven individual. He's young. He's not that much younger than me. There's a little bit of difference. So, but yeah, very determined. And Rob's worked with some of the wealthiest people on the planet. He used to be captain on a super yacht for the world's richest man. And, the boat was sold to someone who's very famous in the media industry and the music industry in America, a US billionaire. So Rob's used to being surrounded with money, with people with lots of money. So he's left that industry to set up the crowdfunding business with myself, Crowd with Us, and he takes on the operational side. So, looking after the onboarding of developers and looking at overseeing the works, the developments with the builders and the main contractors.
Sure. And Tor, what qualities do you think Rob would bring to a meet like mine? Is it his connections or a bit more than just who he's connected to? And the fact he works, well, it's his business as well, but Crowd with Us, maybe by building a relationship with Rob, that could make a difference as well.
Yeah, so Rob obviously has the benefit of the experience of setting up, a fintech platform. So, we have to be innovative and fast thinking and, adept at changing, tack if we need to, because it's a fast paced world right now in any industry. So he brings that experience to the table, and he can, obviously look into businesses that other people are setting up, other under 35s or 35 and unders, and, sort of facilitate the discussion from a place of having been through the same experience himself, albeit, probably in a different part of the industry to your panel speakers.
Tor, you were asking me about some of those who are coming along on the evening as well.
Yeah.
So AmCamp, who has raised money through crowdfunding.
I know Am very well, yeah.
So
He's a great guy.
Am will be there. The likes of John Ray as well, Aaron Yahara.
Another great guy, yes.
Plus interior architects as well. So I've got the likes of Katia Komner, interior stylist, Carolina Adamczyk as well. So Tor, I know you're.
As well, yeah.
It's going to be a nice, easy evening for you because you're just going to be watching Rob from the sidelines. I know you normally present. So I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing as many people as possible that particular evening. And huge thanks for being a sponsor over the last 12 months as well, because it's, as I said, it's made a huge difference. And just a little plug, a huge thanks to Ronald Fletcher Baker, solicitors, for being sponsors as well. So I mentioned in the interview that Murat is one of the people who will be coming along, presenting, or on the panel that particular evening. The panelists include, I was going to say an inspirational, in some respects certainly is, architectural practice called Ackroyd Lowry, a young architectural practice. You've also got the likes of Sarah, so Nasrallah, investor, moving into development. Right. And you've also...
she's one of our skiing buddies.
And Rod Taylor as well. So Rod is a very experienced investor. I think he, from what I understand, Rob invested very early on as well, but Rod so did also. And also Laura going from Ronald Fletcher Baker Solicitors. Tor, any last final words before we
so if you're watching this and you're thinking about whether or not you're going to come to Brendan's event, I'd highly recommend it. I started my journey 9 years ago at a London property networking event, and I shortly after met Brendan. I think Brendan runs one of the most content-rich property networking events in London. So highly recommend it that you come, and it's great networking.
Tor, I just want to say huge thanks for your time today, and huge thanks to your business partner for his time on April the 18th. Thank you, and thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Brendan. Thanks, everyone.